It's Tuesday, May 1st, coming up live on The View. Ricky Lake is guest co-hosting and revealing why she decided to give birth at home in her bathtub and film it for a movie. Plus, Natalie Portman's telling you about one of her most important roles so far. And country star Miranda Lambert's hitting the stage to sing her latest hit. All that, hot topics, and more coming up on Season 10 of The View.
Tuesday, May 1st, and our guest host today, my friend, Ricky Lake. Hi, honey. How are you? Good to see you.
This is totally surreal, you guys, because I TiVo you every morning. I wouldn't miss it, so to be here is a thrill.
Ricky Lake has become a skinny bitch. Don't you love it?
Look how gorgeous she looks. Look. Fantastic. Go in the front.
I worked hard for it, so I'll show. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
And you didn't have any surgery?
No, I'm afraid people are going to start saying that, but no, I didn't.
What did you do? Tell everybody what's your secret.
I do this dining, this fresh dining delivery where I get food, 1,200 calories a day. I really wanted to get in great shape for this movie. This movie I've been executive producing that premiered this week at Tribeca Film Festival, and I just worked really hard, and I think it's all about reinventing yourself. I've been laying low since finishing my talk show, I guess 3 years ago, and I wanted to come back in a way that people maybe haven't seen me before.
Yes. Well, you look beautiful.
Amazing.
Let me just say that.
And your film, so much. It must be incredible because you were a big girl.
I was 260 at my heaviest.
To be at this weight, tell us how it feels. Just the difference. It must be enormous.
I can't even articulate in words. I am a size 4'6". I haven't weighed what I weigh now since I'm 12 years old.
Wow.
And I was an obese child. I did hairspray, as many of you know, and I was 200 pounds, and then I gained a lot of weight in the public eye. I went up to 260. I lost weight when I was in my early 20s, over 100 pounds by exercise, and really extreme. I starved myself. I started fainting in stores. I mean, it was not something I would recommend.
Right.
I didn't have surgery.
It wasn't it was like, this is more of a lifestyle choice that you've made now that's healthy.
Now it's just, I'm at this time in my life where I feel like I'm doing everything I was meant to be doing. My children are great. They're getting big, and this movie was such a personal message for me.
It's called The Business of Being Born.
Yeah, we're going to talk about this movie now. The Business of Being Born. It's a documentary, and it's absolutely brilliant. It really is. I loved it.
I loved it.
I
It was
did.
shocking.
And it's about...
It's very interesting.
I remember years ago you said to me when I said, what are you going to do when your show's over? You said, I'm going to become a doula.
It was the first midwife. I mean, I was so moved by the midwives.
You said doula to me, and I said, what does that mean?
Doula, yeah.
And then it's a midwife, right?
No, a doula is actually labor support, but it's not from the medical side of it. The midwife does the medical. It's like a doctor, only they are there during the beginning and the whole labor.
Right.
It's an amazing profession, and doulas are also amazing. And I am a doula. I've assisted in births, and I just love the art of birth. I love, I just heard you're pregnant. Congratulations to you. I think it's wonderful.
I was watching this today with a keen eye because, it talks about being kind of put through this whole birthing machine when you go to the hospital, and how you may go in with your own philosophy of how you want to birth your child, but really it's more about how the hospital is going to deliver your baby. And
it's their protocols that come first.
And I just thought it was amazing. I mean, I didn't even think people were having water births here in the United States. I really didn't. I mean, I'm sure there were a few, but you watch these. I mean, you're literally watching these water births, and they seem incredibly peaceful. I don't know if I would have I guess it would be courage to do that. It seems, to me,
I did it, and I'm showing it in this movie. I mean,
you get to see a nude Ricky in the bathtub, in labor, and it's one of the most beautiful things you'll ever see. And the midwife is there helping you, and she's in dire pain in the heart heat of it, and pushing that baby out, and then you reach down and grab him.
It's really, and I told you about it. I think I brought a picture on your old show.
You did?
I remember that. I just had a flashback. I mean, the message I'm trying to send to women is not everybody have a home birth, and I'm not anti-hospital or anti-doctor. It's really about choice. It's about women's choice.
Well, it opens up the window of option, too. You really think about, oh, this could be a possibility. I'm seeing these women doing it. These babies seem incredibly healthy.
Well, it's done in most other countries. That's the fascinating thing, is that in nearly every other civilized nation in the world besides the United States, that is a normal thing to have a midwife, not to go to the hospital, right?
Actually, in Europe and Japan, most births, 70% of births are midwives.
What makes them right, though? You don't know that.
What makes them
right and us wrong?
It's not that it's not right or wrong.
Well, I mean, but why? Why do they do it
Because there's
then?
a business of being born. There's money to be made. And they're just saying in other nations, a large percentage of babies are born with midwives and/or at home.
Well, they're having fewer infant deaths, newborn deaths, and fewer maternal deaths.
And you expose something about big cities, too, that there's so many more C-sections. Everyone that I talk to, it's like, oh, you didn't have a C, you didn't have a C-section, C-section.
C-section. I mean, there's a big difference,
They're timing it.
But
necessary
that's a major
C-section
operation.
It's a major abdominal surgery, and that's, we're just trying to get the information to the public about how the risks of everything, so you can make your own informed choice.
What's wrong with an epidural?
I'm all for an epidural.
I had an epidural.
You did or you didn't?
I did with my first baby. The vantage point that I have is that I've had both. I had, intervention at St. Luke's Roosevelt right here. I had an amazing birth. My first birth was amazing. I had a healthy baby, healthy, fat baby. I'm not against that, but I wanted to do it a different way. And the point is that I am transformed from having the birth, my baby, I gave birth to him without being saved by a doctor, on my own terms, in my own home.
What about, like,
Well, you were lucky because everything went smoothly,
Right,
too.
what if you're a mom,
What if the
you
baby's
get
strangling
nervous?
with the umbilical
Like, they
cord
took
at the
Grace
last minute?
away. Grace didn't come right on my chest, like there was something wrong with her breathing right away. So someone had to go, I don't know what they did, but the doctor, my amazing doctor,
midwives
showed
are
me my
trained. They're
placenta
not
and
like,
helping
the
baby.
neighborhood lady who wants to come out. They're trained medical
The
experts.
perception that the public has about midwives is really wrong, and we're going to shed some light on that. But midwives are more trained in normal birth than doctors are. They're trained to do surgery.
I don't know.
And
I'm a little skeptical of it.
you know what?
Did you watch the documentary?
I watched the whole documentary. I had a regular vaginal birth, when my water broke, I called the super. But still.
To clean it up?
I think that it can be risky. I mean, I've heard stories. One of the people on the staff said that his baby, at the very last minute, was strangling on the umbilical cord. She was at New York Hospital. The doctor saw it on the sonogram, and she said, "Okay, let's go." And then 2 seconds later, that baby came out.
Midwives know how to resuscitate a baby. They deal with that all the time. But the thing is, we are not.
They can't do a C-section at the last minute.
This is making me very stressed out at the moment.
I'm talking about it because I don't just walk in there and say, "Okay,
I'm not
everything's
advocating
great."
everyone have a home birth like me.
But when you see it, there is something very empowering, and also you really take ownership, it seemed, of having the baby. You said, I birthed my baby wasn't delivered to me. And I think that was something that was so insightful.
And any woman that has a baby anyway, C-section or otherwise, and adoption, they are mothers, The process of birth in any way is a beautiful, miraculous thing.
But insurance does not. What happens with insurance with this?
Like, what do you... Insurance, obstetricians are being completely... a lot of obstetricians are no longer practicing, they're doing gynecological care because the malpractice insurance rates are so high.
And the rates of lawsuits go down with C-sections? Do you believe that that's why C-sections are performed?
It's safer from a litigious standpoint for doctors to do C-sections because they think the theory is that if you do the C-section, you did everything you possibly could. And so sometimes they rush to do the C-section. There's so many fascinating things that a lot of people around me and have been to the festival and seen the film, they didn't know. And the fact that I have the opportunity to be an advocate for all of it, for women's choice when it comes to birth.
And it premiered at the Tribeca Film Festival. It was the only film there that got a standing ovation. Ricky Lake. So you should be very proud of yourself.
It's good. It's really a service to women to let them know how many ways they can and actually, experience birth. I think it's really a service.
I did, baby mama drama one too many times on the Ricky Lake Show for 11 years. I think it was really about time for me to kind of do something that I believe in so strongly. And, there's no judgment to any woman who has a birth in any way. I just want to empower women and educate them with my experience and with other women's as well.
Yeah, and it's an interesting thing is that you hired this filmmaker, documentary filmmaker, and then during the process of making the documentary, she happened to get pregnant.
She did. She got pregnant, and her journey becomes the third act of the film. And what happens during her birth, the birth of her baby Mateo, is dramatic.
It's very dramatic, and they were in the taxi cab, and I was flipping out at home because it was almost like I was there in this. We have a clip.
I thought we did.
We don't have a clip of that part, but
there for her labor assist.
Well, we have a clip from this. Take a look. It's a beautiful, beautiful documentary.
And I remember I was in a lot of pain. I was in during like just about the worst part, almost the worst part. I didn't lose my sense of humor because, you know, I'm like, you know, naked, and an ambulance went by, and I was like, that's my ride. Get me out of here. I want to go to the hospital. I want my epidural. My midwife reminded me of all the reasons I was at home and what I wanted to avoid and the gift I was giving my baby. And I was like, yes, you know, and I got through that contraction, and you're one step closer, you know.
This is you having your baby.
At a certain point, I just gave in to the pain. I just let go and surrendered, and that's when things went really quickly.
The business of being born, and it's going to be somewhere soon. You're going to get it.
Yeah, we have a lot of interest. I mean, it's really overwhelming, the interest that we've gotten, and I'm so happy to be doing something good with my life. It feels great.
You're doing great.
You are.
Yeah, and it's a great film, and you should be very proud of it.
I am so
It's
proud.
very informative. I never.
Epstein is a fantastic director, and
She
she
is.
is just going to be a star out of this.
I never gave birth, but after seeing this, it made me want to, and then I realized, oh, I'm in menopause. Too late, you know. All right, we're going to take a break and come back with more hot topics right after this.
All this week on The View, Carrie Russell, Jenny McCarthy is guest co-hosting, Desperate Housewives Marsha Cross, Ugly Betty star Eric Mabius, The Sopranos Edie Falco. All that and more this week on The View.
Sometimes I feel irregular, bloated.
Does that ever happen to you?
Not lately. I took the Activia challenge.
Eat it every day for 2 weeks. It works or it's free.
Seems everyone's talking about the Activia 2-week challenge. Activia with the natural culture Bifidus regularis is clinically proven to help naturally regulate your digestive system in 2 weeks.
Heard about the Activia challenge?
I told you.
Activia, it works or it's free.
I trusted it on a really important night. Brunette Expressions really keeps your hair healthy looking, so the color is gonna look great. You know, people see the difference. Your hair is kind of catching a little sparkle. It's this Chroma Shine formula. It made my colored hair more brilliant. I almost didn't believe it could happen. Then it did. I really do trust my colored hair to Pantene Expressions. And now look for new Midnight Expressions shampoo and conditioner.
Ava, come on, please, baby.
I'm just having a really hard time dealing. My baby's really, really sick, and I have so much work to do. I think that the only thing that's pulled me through this are the commit. I cannot believe that I haven't smoked. It's actually miraculous that I haven't smoked.
Fall in, gentlemen. Lunch is over. We're going back to training. Back to daggone A stain, Vaughn? A ketchup stain? How dare you disrespect me, your country, and your mama? I guess the guy just wants to bring his lunch with him. Vaughn wants to be a French fry. Do you have something to say about the stain, Vaughn? Sir, what stain, sir? Vaughn, that... Oh, what'd they do? Send me a daggone Houdini?
Tide to go. It's Tide to the rescue.
Well, having healthy teeth and a healthy smile is an important part of my work, so I'm always on the lookout for the latest thing.
Introducing new Colgate Total Advanced Clean, the most advanced clean ever from Colgate Total.
It makes teeth feel so clean. They actually feel smooth.
It has advanced cleaning silica similar to what dentists use to help remove plaque buildup for teeth so clean you can feel it.
It helps keep that great feeling you get right after a dental cleaning. I'm always doing that now.
New Colgate Total Advanced Clean, so clean you can feel it.
Find the perfect gift. At Zales Mother's Day celebration, save up to $400 on these diamond circle pendants, like this half carat, now just $199. At Zales, the diamond store.
Campbell Select Chicken with Egg Noodles Soup. Smell the savory broth. Taste the tender white meat chicken. It's irresistible. Campbell Select. Why settle when you can select?
My name's Gavin. My pull-up felt cool.
Introducing Cool Alert, only from Pull-Ups Training Pants. To help your big kid feel cool within seconds of becoming wet.
I did it.
To help him learn to stay dry.
I'm a big kid now. Yeah.
January 1st, and this is the 4th anniversary of our president landing on that big ship and saying, mission accomplished. Also, last month was the deadliest month in Iraq, 117 American soldiers killed. Thoughts, ladies?
Well, I think, you know, whether you support the war or not at this point, that mission accomplished was also, you know, honoring the work that General Tommy Franks and the troops had accomplished in those 6 weeks. I mean, that was like a major, major accomplishment at the time. And the president didn't say the war in Iraq was over, the war against terrorism was over.
Yeah, he did.
He said, no, he said Operation Iraqi Freedom was accomplished.
Oh, but wasn't that the war?
Well, I think he said the war on terror was not accomplished and finished.
Well,
and
because he was in the wrong country.
He understood.
He was in the wrong country. That's why the war on terror
was a larger issue than just, he saw that as one incident,
But
I do
wouldn't it be
believe
like
that.
Tim's coach saying after the first down, game over, mission accomplished? After, you know, I mean, how could it be mission accomplished after 6 weeks?
Was it the banner behind him that said mission accomplished, right?
Yes.
That was put up, was that put up by the Navy?
Put up by the people who
On
wanted
the
to
USS
persuade
Lincoln,
us into this war.
I believe the Navy aboard the USS Lincoln put that banner up.
Do you think the president knew it was going to be there before he stood there?
I'm sure he did. But I'm saying, you know, that was something that
He put himself in the uniform.
You know, our Navy, our armed service men and women put that up. You know, they felt that way. That was a time when his approval ratings were, I mean, probably higher than ever.
And what are they now?
Low.
They say he has a 27% approval rating, which I would like to reverse that and say he has a 73% disapproval rating, because that's more appropriate to say. 73% of the American people do not support this president.
Today, it could be happening right now, who knows? But today, the president is most likely going to veto that bill that was attached some funding, but also had a plan for withdrawal starting in July through October.
Right.
And I think that's a big move, and I'm sure people are going to be reacting to that. Because it calls for a withdrawal plan, and he said any plan that was proposed, any bill proposed with an attached withdrawal plan, he would veto.
Yeah, but the surge doesn't seem to be working.
No, that's not true. The surge has made progress. The problem is that the surge isn't going to work if we don't give it a chance to work.
Well, we did this already. We've had surges.
How many more years and how many more dead kids? It's just, you know, it's way over the amount of people killed on September 11th.
But I guess
we've killed more Americans than any terrorist ever did in this war.
Anyone who thinks that you're going to enter a war and no one is going to die is not understanding that war means, unfortunately, death. The problem is here is that if we remove those troops, even slowly, what we do to our troops there, not only just on an emotional level, but leaving just a few areas of troops which aren't even in action, we're just creating targets. And then once we remove, who's going to benefit from that removal? Iran. The #1 funder of terrorism right now. So who's going to benefit?
Well,
Would you want to be fighting a war from a position of power or position of weakness?
Elizabeth, we shouldn't be fighting this war because we were not attacked by either of the nations we invaded.
You know, Bill Bradley.
19 Saudis were on those planes, and we invaded Afghanistan and Iraq.
Do you believe Al-Qaeda is alive and working and planning in Iraq?
Well, I think there might be some guy on dialysis in a cave, but I don't think he's really a threat.
You don't think there are operatives in Al-Qaeda?
Yeah,
the #1 guy in Al-Qaeda leading Al-Qaeda was killed today, apparently.
What about him? He was a terrorist in America.
Does he have cells operating right now in this country?
Well, you know, they use those words so that they can scare people. Terror and cell.
No, guess what? Terrorists are scary. Terrorists don't need us to help them be scary. They're scary.
Can I say something about
They're scary people.
Can I say something about Iran and that whole thing? Because Bill Bradley was on yesterday. You remember Senator Bill Bradley, very, very smart guy.
Yes.
And he was saying, and he told us yesterday, and I've heard him say it many times, that if we had the gas mileage rules that they have in Europe, which is like, I think, 50 miles per gallon you're supposed to get there, we would be independent from the Middle East. We would not need their oil.
It would also take time to do that.
But that is a better solution than fighting over there. Isn't it a better solution to be independent from the whole area?
Cutting off financial ties, financial dependence, oil dependence. However, oil means power. So whoever has that power right now, and who is doing this? Are we taking those actions?
We don't need their oil. We take their power away.
Apparently, we do need their oil but who is making those decisions?
Can I ask you one question?
Right now?
Whose oil is it? It's theirs.
It's theirs.
We went in and took their oil. Come on, Elizabeth.
Oil is power.
It's not ours. It's theirs.
We haven't been able to take it in Iraq yet.
Yes, we have.
Not yet.
What are you kidding? You see the gas prices go up? It's all about oil, and the man in the White House is an oil baron. That's how they made their money, people. The Bushes are oil people.
You can view this war as about oil, or you can view it about future safety. I right now believe that terrorism is alive and it's active, and we've been seeing
just so you know,
terrorist attacks are
it's
up.
up 26% in 2006.
Yes.
So do you think this war is helping terrorism?
Funding those attacks?
Wait, let's not overtalk.
Iran.
And you're pregnant, and I don't want to yell.
Okay. I'm fine with yelling. My babies know I
Just yell one at a time, okay? That's all I ask for.
I'll come back in 6 months and help her deliver the baby.
Okay, all right.
And,
we'll just put a big pool right here.
How do you feel about this, Ricky?
You know what? You talk about power, and I'm thinking, like, you know, we talk about Bush power. We're the most powerful country, but I think we're losing steam big time. Just that everybody hates us around the world.
Yes, they do.
Know? And it's only getting worse with each day. 4 years. I can't believe it's 4 years.
Hates us, why is immigration higher than ever? Why are people coming?
Well, they don't hate us in Mexico. They need to work. That's a whole other
It's still the
story.
land of opportunity, you know. And I just think
a child hates its mother sometimes when it's doing the right thing. You know what I mean? Sometimes you're in a situation where, in order to protect the better good,
not when you're hitting them. You're not supposed to hit a child, if that's the analogy you're going for.
So Bush's mom is hitting who? The troops?
Well, you went there with that analogy.
Elizabeth, he hasn't attended one funeral.
He should be
He
there.
hasn't attended one funeral. Walter Reed is a mess. These kids are coming home. They have no legs, they have no skin, and no one cares.
I'm going to see him next Monday, okay?
Really?
Yes, I'm going to see him next Monday.
Well,
and
bow and kiss his ring, because that's what he wants.
I will not. But I will ask him. I'll say, you know, are you planning? Why haven't you been there? I believe he should be there.
Elizabeth,
I believe
4
he
years.
should be there. But I'm also going to separate that. Is that the reason we shouldn't be in the war?
We shouldn't be in the war because those two nations didn't attack us.
Do you believe there's a war on terror?
I believe the government manipulated the information given to the American public in order to get us into a war with Iraq, which was planned way before.
That is not a belief. That is a fact.
Correct. It's a fact.
Why do we need to be there now? Let's talk about now, okay? Because maybe there are people who believe we should be in this war, naming Hillary Clinton. Barack Obama is probably the only person on that ticket besides maybe
believe it
Kucinich.
anymore. She's changed her position.
I'm saying that was the war that we were getting into, that she supported as well. So now we're in this war.
Didn't you
What are
see
we going to do?
George Tenet sitting behind Colin Powell at the UN?
Yes.
They all knew that that was a lie. George Tenet knew it was a lie about weapons of mass destruction, and he sat there at the UN with his head down and didn't say the truth.
I don't believe a word that man says regardless now, because he's throwing around lies now.
He was working for Bush.
What should we do? Elizabeth,
Bush, it's not.
You seem to love him.
Should we wait till it's 5 years and 6 years and 7 years and say we're winning the war on terror?
You know what I think a great idea would be? Set a timetable for withdrawal. Send out a memo to every single terrorist cell out there. Yeah, great. Let them know exactly when we're going to leave so that they can build up, take in there, and have Iran take it over. And then, you know, we're all going to be in big trouble.
They're having a civil war right now.
Big trouble.
Just so you know, everything that they're saying about Iran right now is exactly what they said about Iraq. In order to get us to hate Iraq and to go and say, okay, you can invade a sovereign nation, Iraq, in defiance of the UN.
It's been proven that they are funding all these attacks, that increase of attacks.
It's been proven by the same network that gave you the information about WMDs.
Okay,
here's the question.
Do you think Prince Harry should go? Now, I think he's a target.
Of course he is.
And I think that he puts at risk his entire unit. I don't know that he should be going over there. Why does he have to go?
I don't know, to show that the royal family is not above,
you know, the boys in his unit said
he wants to be there and believes in the cause.
I know he does. Maybe he does. But the boys in his unit, I read somewhere that they said he should go because he shouldn't be any different from the rest of us. But it looks as though they will be targets also. Yeah. Wherever he is where they are, right? So I don't know. He's putting everyone at risk, it seems, not just
him. He's no different from any of our children, you know? My sons, I mean, why should he be... Not saying, you know, it's his choice.
That's a question for the United States Senate to answer. Because I think there's one senator who has a kid in this war.
Excuse me, do you sign a permission slip and send your kids to war, or do your kids enlist? I think your kids enlist.
Well, you know why they enlist.
I think your kids enlist to be in the armed services.
Can I just say something? Why do people enlist in the Army?
In education, and they're poor, and that's the only way to get one.
That is the vast majority. Yes, Elizabeth. It's true.
First of all, in the past year, the testing scores of our armed services have been higher than ever. So the education
You're wrong.
level...
We have more convicted felons in the Army because we're allowing them to get through.
They're awful then.
Elizabeth, I do everything I can to support the troops, financially and emotionally. I love them as much as you do. I'm as much of a patriot. I want them home. I don't want to see them with broken off bodies again.
Do you understand that there are troops there that believe they should be there?
I do, yes, because it's their job in the military to follow orders, not to question. That's their job. And they signed up because they believe in the American dream. The American dream, they can't get to college unless they sign up. That's why they do it. And do those children deserve to be killed because of George Bush's money?
No one deserves to be killed. No one deserves to be killed. No one does. Not one person, not one man, not one woman. Okay, I have friends over there. Friends who believe that they are there and there's good work being done, and that they wish that the politicians in this world and the people in this world would give this surge a chance. I've heard them say this.
It's unbelievable how split everybody is on this. It's like you can't come to a conclusion about this. It's impossible right now until he is out of office and somebody else has a fresh idea about what to do with the Middle East.
Guess who's laughing?
Who's laughing?
All the way home. I'm just telling you. Absolutely they are.
I know. The terrorists
absolutely. We can't get our own act together in this country, and that's sad when you're at war. To be a weakened state when you are at war with something so great, and they are waiting. They're waiting for this next election.
I'd like to talk about the Democrats.
Well, we have to take a break, and you know, I think for tomorrow's show we should count how many times the word terrorist and war on terror has been used given the American public. We've been spoon-fed it until we're all robotic zombies going.
I am not a robotic zombie.
Listen, you're afraid of terrorists. They're phantom people to you.
No, they're not phantom people at all. I see them slitting the throats of reporters on television. I see them taking prisoners.
And when Americans do this in our country, when that guy we found, it's horrible. There are horrible people in every country, but there are people, mothers and fathers.
Absolutely, but guess what? I'm just talking about the terrorists, the people who are slitting throats, like 12-year-old who slit the throat last week of somebody. That was because he was brainwashed by terrorists.
650.
Those are real people. Terrorists are real.
Elizabeth,
as real as this smoke.
Last comment: 655,000 Iraqis, innocent civilians, killed.
That is completely unfortunate.
155,000.
Especially if you're an Iraqi. It could be everybody in here. It could be everybody in here. I'm equating our civilians with their civilians.
Right.
I'm not equating terrorists with our civilians or their civilians.
3,000 of our civilians were killed by their terrorists, and 600,000 of them are dead. And no one wants to say one life is worth more than the other. This is one world, one planet.
We have to move on.
We have to take a break.
I still want an epidural.
We're going to get an epidural. I'm getting an epidural. We'll be right back.
Are you like me? I have high blood pressure and I have high cholesterol. Sometimes problems come in twos, but sometimes help can come in one. KATU.
KATU contains the leading branded blood pressure medicine Norvasc and Lipitor, the leading branded cholesterol medicine combined in one pill, KATU.
KATU is one of many treatment options I discussed with my doctor. Ask your doctor if KATU is right for you. Along with diet and exercise, one pill doing two jobs for me.
My doctor said KATU not for everyone. It's not for people with liver problems and women who are nursing, pregnant, or may become pregnant. To check for liver problems, you need simple blood tests. Tell your doctor about any heart problems and all other medications you are taking, or if you experience muscle pain or weakness, as they may be a sign of a rare but serious side effect. For blood pressure and cholesterol-lowering benefits, it's KATU. One pill, two medicines. Makes sense to you, makes sense to me. Ask your doctor if KATU is right for you.
I love my job.
I love the fact that Avon sells itself.
I wear it, I live it, and I sell it.
Everywhere I go, people do know the Avon name. Work as little as you want or work as much as you want. It's totally up to you.
In Avon, there is no limit. Not for me, at least.
Avon has given me so much self-confidence.
It was so simple to get started.
For $10, you get to be the CEO of your own company.
Join the 5 million women behind the company for women. Call, click, or talk to your Avon representative today and say hello tomorrow.
Anyone can do this.
Everything had to be elastic and oversized. I was going up a pant size every couple of months.
I put on
the freshman 50.
You gain the weight alone, but you don't have to lose it alone. People who go to Weight Watchers meetings lose 3 times more weight than people who go it alone.
Just be able to coexist with food.
With Weight Watchers, I can have whatever my friends are having.
Eat the foods you love.
I lost 52 pounds.
I lost 50 pounds.
My little brothers, they said, you're not fat anymore.
Check out Weight Watchers' new improved turnaround program while registration's free. Be an after, stay an after.
Here at Blink Laboratories, scientists are trying to explain how children make such gigantic messes so quickly. We still have no idea, but one thing we do know, the Blink family of car cleaning products makes cleanup just as quick. From stains to smudges to clutter. For fast cleanup in your car, just blink and it's done. Our child cleaning methods are still in development.
Michael Bublé. Multi-platinum artist Michael Bublé. Call Me Irresponsible, the new album, available now.
Don't you wish your mouthwash could kill germs without the burn of alcohol? Crest Pro Health, like the leading mouthwash, kills 99% of common germs that can cause bad breath, plaque, and gingivitis, but without the burn of alcohol. Crest Pro Health.
New Dove Pro Age Hair for thickness and fullness from root to tip. It's what your hair needs now. Beauty has no age limit.
They're creepy and they're kooky, mysterious and spooky. They're all together ooky, the Addams Family.
Introducing M&M's Dark Chocolate.
The final six face their fate. Dancing with the Stars, the results live ABC tonight.
Wednesday, 8:30, 7:30 Central, TV's funniest new hit is turning up the heat.
Who's this for?
You. Or me. Wherever the night takes us.
With a terrific cast.
Did you bring enough for everyone?
This isn't enough for me.
It's the most pleasant surprise of the spring.
I want to understand what you're going through, but it's very difficult because I've never felt ugly or bad about myself.
Oh, you're lucky.
No, just very attractive.
Notes from the Underbelly. All new Wednesday, 8:30, 7:30 Central after an all-new gym. Only on ABC.
So now something lighter and happier. So Hillary Rodham Clinton is considering dropping her maiden name. Did you hear about this?
I did hear about
The
it.
Rodham.
The Rodham part, yes. Now, was your first husband's name Behar?
Yes, it is, and I was married to him when I was only 21 years old, and I had it for a long time, so I kept it. And my maiden name is...
too, right?
You have a daughter, the same name. But my maiden name is so difficult to spell. Occhiuto, O-C-C-H-I-U-T-O. Could you see that on a marquee?
Yeah, no.
So Behar was easy.
Yeah. Now, you took Hasselbeck right away. Did you ever consider keeping your maiden name?
Not really. My mom actually kept her maiden name at a time when it was not, the thing to do at all. She's an unbelievable woman. She's outrageous and strong, and she was an attorney and thought, I'm going to keep my maiden name, and my dad was very supportive of that, and I just, maybe because I had seen that, I thought, okay, that's done. I'm going to do my thing, and I felt as though taking Tim's name was incredibly meaningful.
Yeah.
I felt as though we were, for me, and this is only for me, I just felt as though it was, more of a unit, and that if children were brought in, it would be, also seen as, furthering that unit. I liked the idea of taking it. To me, it was an honor. Right. I was very happy.
I was married. I'm no longer married, but I was married for 9.5 years, and there was no question I was never going to take his name. I mean, nothing against him. He and I are really good friends.
Right. And he was cool with that, right?
He was also really, he was like, no, of course you're not taking my name, but it does come into play when you have children.
Yeah.
Mommy, why do you not have the same last name? And I explained, well, this is my name, and yes, we're a family.
Right,
and
that's what my parents explained to me growing up.
Right.
Yeah, and Ricky, is my God-given name, so.
Yeah, but why take his name? Why couldn't he take your name?
Well, Kelly actually took the name O'Donnell, my name. Yeah. Because when Chelsea was injured once, I was at work, and she took her to the emergency room, and Chelsea was calling her Kelly at the time. We were pretty new dating, and the doctor said, you're not the mother. She's calling you Kelly, and your last name is different, and they wouldn't give her the stitches she needed. So Kelly actually changed her name to O'Donnell for the same thing, cohesive unity, because the kids would be like, why does Mommy have a different name than us? So she became Kelly O'Donnell, who was also a journalist on NBC News, and sometimes we get her mail.
Oh, yeah, Kelly O'Donnell.
Yes, that's right. Kelly O'Donnell. No relation. Okay, so who knows? Is she going to drop it? When is she going to announce that?
I don't know, but Hillary Clinton, Clinton is a good name to go.
Do we care? I mean, does it really matter? It's really about what she believes in.
Everything matters with Hillary Clinton, and everything matters if you're a woman running.
Yes.
I mean, it's. We were reading something this morning about how much more difficult it is to be a woman running for office. You have to be, taller than Kucinich. You've got to be prettier than Edwards. You've got to have more experience than Obama.
Yeah.
You've got to be, and still
Women's life.
Women, it's harder.
Every day. Women have to work twice as hard.
And speaking of which,
she has all those things, by the way. Go ahead.
And speaking of which, the American Girl search is on. That's right. I don't know if you're familiar with the books and the dolls, but the open casting call at the American Girl Play stores all over will seek young actresses ages 8 to 12 to take on the roles in Kit Kitteridge and American Girl Mystery, the first theatrical adaptation of the American Girl series. All of it full of historic information to empower young girls. For more information on the auditions, go to www.americangirl.com. And today, you're all getting the book, Meet Kit, the American Girl. We have a home viewer winner. Go ahead. Elizabeth's going to roll it.
3, 2, 1.
Angie Shakalaka. Works designs playful, vintage, and super chic clothing for men and women, combining old world craftsmanship with inventive design. This exclusive leather clothier, how do you say that?
Clothier.
Okay, is a celebrity favorite, and you're all getting a $150 gift card from them. There you go. We will be right back with Natalie Portman, who's doing some amazing work, and she wants to tell you all about it. Don't go away.
It could be allergies getting to you. But irritants can cause your symptoms too.
Astelin is seasonal allergy medicine, also approved for nasal symptoms caused by irritants. Nasonex, Singulair, and Zyrtec aren't.
Astelin's for people 12 and over. Most common side effects may include bitter taste, headache, nasal inflammation or burning, and drowsiness.
Don't let allergens or irritants do you in.
Ask your doctor about
Astelin.
I like it, I like it, I like it on that.
Santa Fe Packing Company salsa and con queso. All natural, delicious on everything.
I like it on that.
Yeah, I like it on that.
The new glamour is bold. It surrounds you in luxury. Experience the new Ethan Allen with no payments and no interest until 2008. This limited time offer ends May 2nd. Ethan Allen, classic design, modern perspective.
Hershey's Kisses is giving you and a friend the chance to share $100 million when you share, match, and win. Look for game pieces and specially marked bags of Hershey's Kisses and Hershey's Kissables products while supplies last.
Olay Age-Defying Body Wash fights the look of body aging with a moisturizing formula with Vita-niacin. Keep time off your body with Olay Age-Defying Body Wash.
Have you tried Honey Bunches of Oats yet?
Hi, would you like to try a spoonful? It's a perfect combination of crispy flakes, crunchy oat clusters, and a touch of honey in every spoonful.
This is so good.
This really is a mouthful of joy.
No candy, mister.
Moms see things ordinary humans can't.
Use a glass.
Even on dishes. So they use Dawn with Bleach Alternative. It removes food residue you can't even see. A drop of Dawn and grease is gone.
Surprisingly bold sun-dried tomato and basil flavor. Weakens anything but ordinary.
This is Josephine.
Natalie Portman, When the View returns on ABC.
Very good.
She stood quietly by her husband as he told the world their marriage was a lie and he was gay. Now, her story, crushing discoveries, betrayal, shock. Do you know if your husband's gay? Dina McGreevy, a Diane Sawyer Good Morning America exclusive, tomorrow.
Wednesday.
We should tell her.
There are only 3 episodes left until the season finale.
I want you to kill him.
An all-new Lost. Wednesday at 10/9 Central. Only on ABC.
New from LA Weight Loss. Now you can begin to make over your body in as little as 8 weeks. Just 8 weeks to new bathing suits. Just 8 weeks to new summer clothes. Just 8 weeks to summer fun.
This is the 4th time you've hit the snooze bar. You feel hopeless and overwhelmed with the same old problems. The alarm reminds you this is the start of the same day you live over and over again. If your alarm awakens your depression, it may be time to find a new option. Call Summit Research Network and see if you qualify for an investigational medication research study for depression. If you do, all research-related care, including psychiatric and medical evaluations, is provided at no cost. Call 503-228-CARE.
If you're looking for a challenging, fast-paced career, working in a pharmacy could be for you.
The pharmacy technician program at Pioneer Pacific College could give you the background and skills necessary to start a great career.
As a pharmacy technician, you'll work side by side with a pharmacist, helping to prepare prescriptions and providing customer service.
And right now, there are excellent career opportunities across the country.
Call Pioneer Pacific College right now at 866-PPC-INFO. That's 866-772-4636. Call today.
This K2 program brought to you by Budget Blinds.
She's amazing in big blockbusters like Star Wars and indie hits like Garden State, but her latest role is giving vital help to people who really need it. Please welcome the adorable Natalie Portman. Good to see you. How are you, Natalie?
I'm great, thank you.
You're looking adorable as always.
Thank you. You have to use adorable because you've known me since I was...
Yeah, how old were you on that film?
The same height.
You know. How old were you, though? Was that your first one?
I was 13. It was my second one.
Second movie, Beautiful Girls, we did together. Ted Demi, yes, who passed away, the director, sadly. But you were a tiny little girl, and I was doing my scene, and I saw you standing waiting for your thing in the lot, and I went over, and we were hanging out. And now you're a big movie star.
And
a college girl.
Yes, a smarty.
College
Graduate. I mean, it's not
4 years ago.
It's not that often that somebody with your career goes back to school. That's odd.
Is it odd?
Well, Brooke Shields did it, and
Jodie Foster.
I didn't do it.
I didn't do it. I wish I did, yeah.
Most don't.
Well, it's not for everyone.
Yeah.
But it was really good for me to have sort of a buffer zone between being with my parents and being on my own.
Right.
It's nice sort of...
Keeps life real.
It's a good transition time, too.
How are your parents? They're great
They're
parents.
doing great. Actually, we were talking earlier because my dad's a gynecologist, so he's going to be super interested in your
he was like,
film.
come to the screening. It's still playing at Tribeca. I was like, please, please, I'd love to hear his opinion
Because he's
on
always
it.
talking about how women get more C-sections, but it doesn't actually improve, you know, the
process at all.
Yeah, it doesn't improve the health of the child at all. I mean, there's no...
And it's hard on the mom. It's a major operation, you know.
Surgery, yeah.
Well, tell us how you're improving the lives of women all over the world.
Yeah, so I'm here to talk about FINCO. We're doing, it's an organization I work with. It does microfinance. Maybe you've heard of it a little bit. The concept of microfinance is going into nations. I didn't know this before I started working with this organization, but 2/3 of the world is under $3 a day. It's like more than 4 billion people, and the vast majority are women and children. 70%, they're calling it the feminization of poverty. It's women are largely representing the poor people of the world. And so this organization seeks to go out and provide loans to these women to start their own businesses. And so the loans usually start out at about $50, and then they go up to like $5,000 after the woman has been through it, been through several cycles and has shown her responsibility, and it's just incredible. I mean, I traveled with them a lot before I started working on it, because, you know, celebrities are always touting different charities and stuff, and I didn't want to just be, you know, a talking, you know, face. I wanted to actually understand and see how it worked on the ground, and it's just incredible. You go to these places, and these women...
Where did you go?
I've been with them to Uganda, to Ecuador, Guatemala, and most recently Mexico. They work in 22 different countries, in Afghanistan, in Azerbaijan, like all over the world. And it's just amazing because you see these women, they're on... I met a woman who was on 80 cents a day when she started, and she had 10 kids. Her husband was beating her because she couldn't have a son. She was having, this was in Uganda. She had all daughters, and she was like knocking on her neighbors' doors for their dirty laundry water so that she could wash her clothes. And she started with a $50 loan, which obviously to us sounds like, what can you do with that? She started a little sort of restaurant on the side of the street, and now she has her own, 10 years later, she has her own business. She employs 7 other women in her village.
Wow.
She owns her own home, and she's sending one of her daughters to university. And so you see within like...
Did she get rid of the husband?
Oh, yeah. It's true. It's one of the most amazing things. All the women say, you say, what's the best thing about, you know, being able to run your own business? And the first thing they say is that we get rid of men who treat us badly because they don't depend on them. Exactly. They don't depend on them for their, you know, for feeding their children
anymore. And they
anymore.
find a sense of self.
Absolutely.
You know,
And
move even
their
emotionally
daughters can
on.
be proud of them.
And isn't it true that isn't the guy who started this won the Nobel Prize?
Well, it's a similar
play.
it was sort of a movement in the 70s that started this whole idea. And Muhammad Yunus, who started Grameen Bank, which uses the same concept in Bangladesh, he won the Nobel Prize for Peace this year.
And what he was saying, which is similar to your organization, is 95% of the women repay the loans.
Yeah.
95%.
Wow. It's amazing. And that's where the interest. So the cool thing is, too, that once you put money in, it recycles 3 or 4 times a year. So they pay it back, and then it goes to another woman. And also, once you start a bank, because the women pay back so responsibly, it's there forever. So you start a bank in a country, and you put the money in once, and it's there for the rest of,
What does it stand for? You said
Foundation for International Community Assistance. And the website, if you want to check it out, is www.villagebanking.org. And it's really wonderful to learn about and I mean, to give if you're interested. But it's incredible. Something else Muhammad Yunus always says is that poverty, we think it's like part of the world, that it's just something that has existed, has always existed, will always exist, like war, like all these things we take for granted.
Right.
And it doesn't have to. It's a condition imposed upon us, and that we can change, and it's not something
Bad policy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
well, this is probably one of the best ways to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And also evening out the economic power is social power and political power, and evening out this imbalance between women and men will have a huge political impact on the world too. Because right now, if all the men have the money and the women are, you know, not able to feed their own children, raise them the way they want to.
Right.
Can I ask you one question? Because I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, oh, this is amazing. I want to go and check it out when I get back to my hotel. But isn't it fun to promote something besides like the movies that you do, but something that you really believe in?
Yeah.
Isn't it the best feeling in the world? I think what you're doing is amazing.
So do I. Really wonderful.
Thank you. Well,
And
I mean, it's...
Yeah.
The people themselves are the most amazing.
Exactly.
I mean,
you don't want to
like,
take the credit. I understand.
It's like, you know, whatever attention you can sort of throw on them.
Hey, for more information for Natalie's charity, you can go to our website or you can just look it up. Miranda Lambert when we get back in. Hey, watch V is for Vendetta if you want to think about today's current political situation. We'll be back right after this.
We'd planned that vacation for months, and wouldn't you know it, a migraine hit. With pain, nausea, sensitivity to light, and sound. A total migraine that could have really disrupted the vacation. Thank goodness I remembered my Imitrex.
An Imitrex tablet targets the nerves and blood vessels believed to trigger migraine for effective relief without drowsiness. Imitrex is not right for everyone or every migraine. If you have certain types of heart or blood vessel disease or uncontrolled blood pressure, you shouldn't take Imitrex. Very rarely, certain people, even some without heart disease, have had serious heart-related problems. So talk to your doctor, especially if you have risk factors for heart disease such as smoking, high blood pressure, or high cholesterol, or if you're pregnant, nursing, or taking medication.
Don't let a migraine disrupt your life.
Ask your doctor if Imitrex is right for you. Target your total migraine and get back to your life with Imitrex. Want to save up to $25 on your next refill? Visit Imitrex.com today.
Pastrana's second run. Wow, a huge rock solid to one-handed in the air. The X Games always seem to bring out the best in Travis. Line up the 75-footer. And a huge click flip. Wow, he's really pulling out all the stops. Next jump, 100-foot dirt double, and a no-handed backflip from Travis Pastrana.
Pick up the season's hottest outdoor gear. It's waiting for you at your favorite Walmart, and always at the Walmart price.
Go on. Spring is here, and I want a clean start. I'm through getting on my hands and knees begging you to make this work. Any response? Well, we're out of time.
Want a thorough spring cleaning? Get Swiffer Wet. The scrubbing strip cleans tough, dried-on messes better than a mop. And the wet cloth traps and locks them away. It's the cleaner spring cleaner.
That was a great session.
Swiffer gives spring cleaning a whole new meaning.
If we were all the same, we'd all age the same way.
But we don't.
Aveeno introduces the first anti-aging serum that actually self-adjusts to your unique skin. New Positively Ageless is clinically proven to reveal healthy, younger-looking skin. With a natural shiitake complex, it accelerates your skin's cell renewal process. 73% of women saw reduced lines and wrinkles in just 4 weeks.
It worked for me. It'll work for you.
New Positively Ageless, only from Aveeno, the leader in active naturals.
Did you get them? Yep.
Guys.
Three Musketeers. So much light, fluffy chocolate, you won't believe it has 45% less fat. Three Musketeers, also available in minis.
Okay, ladies, to really contain poofy hair, you need Anti-Poof 24/7 cream. Just use it before your normal styling products for hair that stays under control.
Sunsilk Anti-Poof. Get therapy.
Your eyes. You need to keep them vital. Introducing Bayer Nutritional Science Eye Health and Vitality, uniting science and nutrition to support healthy cells and tissues in the eye. New Bayer Nutritional Science Eye Health and Vitality.
Maybe I could add no.
Even one of the Spice Girls can't think of a single spice to add to the perfectly seasoned sweet and savory taste of Prego sauce. It's in there.
Nope.
Dog attacks her.
He came over his shoulder and bit off my lip, just like that.
So why is she the one stuck with a bill?
It's wrong.
KATU News investigates why dog owners are protected but not the victims.
Tonight at 11 after Boston Legal.
From the huge hit Curb Your Enthusiasm, one of my favorite shows, Cheryl Hines. Then round up your cowboys and cowgirls for a party they'll never forget.
How cute, a bandana-themed party.
Next, all new Martha.
Today at 11 on KATU.
She's nominated for 2 Academy of Country Music Awards, including Top Female Vocalist, and here's why. Here to sing Famous in a Small Town off her new CD, Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. Please welcome Miranda Lambert.
They say life is so much sweeter through the telephoto lens of fame. Around here you get just as much attention cheering at the high school football game. I dreamed of going to Nashville, put my money down and place my bet. But I just got the first buck of the season. I made the front page of the Turner Town Gazette. Every last one round one rural heart's got a story to tell. Every grandma, in-law, ex-girlfriend maybe knows it just a little too well. Whether you're late for church or you're stuck in jail, hey, word's gonna get around. Everybody dies famous in a small town. Now, baby, who needs their faces in a magazine? Me and you. We've been stars in this town since we were 17. Let's go on down to the quick stop. Wear your yellow shades and I'll put on my tight jeans. We'll just spend the weekend burning rubber. And we'll lit on point and stare into disbelief. Every last one round one rural heart's got a story to tell. Every grandma, in-law, ex-girlfriend maybe knows it just a little too well. Whether you're late for church or you're stuck in jail, hey, word's gonna get around. Everybody dies famous in a small town. Hey, everybody dies famous in a small town. Everyone in our audience is going home with Miranda's
new CD, which comes out today. We'll be right back. Woo! I like that.
They tickle, they tease, and you sneeze. Maybe it's time to ask your doctor about Singulair. While many allergy medicines block histamine, Singulair blocks leukotrienes, an underlying cause of nasal allergy symptoms. And that's how Singulair works differently. One pill, once a day. Side effects are generally mild and vary by age and may include headache, ear infection, sore throat, and upper respiratory infection. And for your little ones, as young as 2, ask your child's doctor about Cherry Chewable Singulair. Made with kids in mind, one Singulair once a day helps relieve kids' nasal allergy symptoms. Singulair, a different way to treat allergies.
All right, here. Math homework?
Check.
Field trip permission slip?
Check.
Protractor?
Check.
Milk money?
Check.
Miniature focusizer?
Miniature what?
Me!
You're not on the list.
Yeah, well, I should be.
Get in.
Thank you.
Keep your child focused by holding off hunger with the help of Kellogg's Maple Brown Sugar Frosted Mini Wheats. 8 layers of fiber with Rio brown sugar and rich maple flavor.
Oh, it's cozy in here.
Keeps them full, keeps them focused.
Can your body wash pass the silky dress test? Try new Soft Soap Neutral Oil Body Wash with a touch of natural oil. It hydrates deeply, leaving no greasy feel. Put it to your own test. New Soft Soap Neutral Oil Body Wash.
Hey, hon. Find the perfect gift at Zales Mother's Day celebration, like Zales' exclusive frame by Lennox with a Journey Diamond pendant with mother and child. Just $99.99 at Zales, the diamond store.
Imagine a breeze that can make you feel beautiful. Introducing Venus Breeze, the only razor with built-in shave gel bars. Experience how it effortlessly glides, releasing a light lather, so there's no need for shave cream. Discover how Venus Breeze flexes to closely fit your curves, leaving skin silky smooth. Now every woman can breeze through her day, feeling beautiful. New Venus Breeze. Reveal the goddess in you.
Now you can look like you spent 7 days on vacation while you fight 7 signs of aging. With new Olay Total Effects Touch of Sun, an anti-aging moisturizer with a touch of sunless tanner. Fighting aging just got sunnier.
What could you do in 18 hours?
I could take my husband to lunch in Milan. I could shake things up a bit.
Now from Playtex 18 Hour, Playtex's #1 bra in an easy-on front close. All-day comfort and support.
In 18 hours, I could do anything.
What are those? Dibs. Bite-sized ice cream snacks. Have some. Wow. They're good. I know. Makes you wonder what they're gonna do with all the cream-filled sponge cakes out there.
Close them off. Let's do it again.
Dibs. Bite-sized ice cream snacks. Do dibs instead.
I just can't stand not being with you for another second.
Torn between love and marriage.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna tell him.
When fate steps in,
Am I gonna die?
lives will change forever.
Don't punish Jessica for loving me.
One life to live.
2 lawyers, 1 girl.
I'd like to go out with you.
Are you sure you wouldn't rather just rip my clothes off?
Is it love or war? An all-new Boston Legal tonight, 10/9 Central, only on ABC.
Film Festival. Be sure to check out her documentary, The Business of Being Born. Make sure. Have a great day, everyone, and take a little time to enjoy the view. Woo!
Peace out, America!
All new Lost Wednesday and encore episodes anytime on ABC.com.
I felt really lost and frustrated.
Do you suffer from hormone imbalance or fatigue? We focus on healing without the use of drugs.
I only prescribe bioidentical hormones.
I am so glad I finally found them.
Greenspan Good Health Center.
Lisa, you can't think of this as the end of the world. Getting laid off is a huge opportunity to start over.
I just wish I could work for myself, you know? Maybe train for something that I actually have a talent for. Something with variety that wouldn't tie me down to a desk all day. Something I'm really good at.
I think you found your calling.
Of course.
For a free brochure, call Pioneer Pacific College at 1-866-772-4636.
Let's get it started.
Wow.
The new Movin' 107.5 makes you feel good.
It's time to celebrate summer, and what better way than on the Columbia Gorge Sternwheeler. Enjoy our freshly prepared Northwest cuisine as you take in the breathtaking views of the gorge. Cruise into summer on the Columbia Gorge Sternwheeler.
KATU News, voted best newscast by the Associated Press.